About 20 hours has passed now since we sprayed these yesterday. And I was noticing on this one here that I'd put it on pretty thick. This was the one that we looked at up close. And I'm not going to waste a bunch of time putting these individually on the rotator and looking at them, but we will look at this one up close and just see the difference. Now here's our ladder the way it was yesterday, approximately, looking at my clock right now, about 22 hours ago. I got a late start today, and I don't know how long today's video is going to be because there is something else I want to do. But I do want to put up at least one video a day because, as I've mentioned before, that's how my kids can tell if Dad's okay. If there was a video posted, well, they know at least I was alive a few hours ago. Anyway, here's the way it is now. Quite a bit of difference. You're probably noticing it doesn't look quite so flooded. The paint, as I've said before, it kind of shrink wraps all around everything. And yeah, just sort of a before and after look here. Anyway, let's see if we can place some of these little parts. Some of these ladders, as I mentioned, are probably going to have to be painted at the back, and some of them aren't. Anyway, enough talk here. Let's try and do something. Now, in the comments, somebody had asked, how was I fastening these pieces down on the little blocks? At least I think that's what the comment was. I think it was pretty clear that what this is just ordinary masking tape taped down on this piece of plywood, face up, sticky side up. And I guess because well, what I'll do is I'll put the macro lens on, or I'll move in close up here and I'll show you what's happening here. It does look like I would be just fastening the part right down on the green tape, but actually there was a piece of double-sided tape there. I'll move in and show you what I was doing. Okay, what I have done is I've taken this tape here and put it on over the block. Then I took a little piece of this double-sided tape and put it on top of here. And then I am poking a hole all the way through. And the reason for that is so that I can tell where the center, where it's going to rotate on. So that later, when I stick the little piece down, it's, where's one here? Okay, so when I put the little piece on the double-sided tape, it's going to be as perfectly centered as reasonably possible. Now once I take this, I guess you call it a cover, off of the double-sided tape, it doesn't look like there's anything there. I don't want to scratch this, but okay. Now I was talking about mounting some of these little pieces on the ship here, but I'm getting the cart before the horse again. I got to paint the decks of these things right here. Now, this roof that you see right here is going to go up against the bottom of the deck above, so we're not going to see that. That doesn't have to be painted. But anyway, this thing here with the little protrusion, which I believe is supposed to represent an antenna, but I could be wrong. Now, we did say we were going to try and see that little part and see if we could see what it was, so maybe I'll do that in a moment. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to paint it the number 1 black, flat black, and at least that's the plan. Okay, we're in Stefan's book, the one about the hood, not the good one about the Bismarck. And I found it here. This is it right here. You can just barely see it. You can sort of see the round dome part of it, and you can almost, if you use your imagination, you can see the little antenna thing or whatever it is coming up out of it. Now, I've complained about this before. There is no reason for all of this detail to be lost in the dark area. For some reason, and I don't think Stefan did this. I think that when they printed it out, they chose to adjust his drawings or his graphics so that the shadows were overly dark. But the detail in these dark areas should be clear. It's there. He's obviously drawn this in place, so it is there. But they've chosen to have the shadow. I don't know, at a distance. Yeah, it does look good. But somebody like me, I don't want to. I want to see the details. Anyway. Now, I am presently looking in John Roberts' book, and I found the area. It is figure E3, number 11, and as near as I can tell, let me get Mr. T's pointing device here. Okay, so this that we're seeing right here is this thing right here. It drops down right here. This stairway or opening is this right here. Now, the little part that I can't figure out what it is this one right here. Well, I think I have figured it out. It drops down and goes right here, just where my finger is pointing, right there, which is right there on the graphic, on the drawing, or illustration rather. I'll get it, Chet. Okay, it is called number 7. Now, if we go over here to E311 part 7, it says that it is. I'll move the camera over. You're just too far away. Okay, this entire row is E311, and item number 7, it says WT aerial trunk. Now, I believe that WT stands for watertight. So you Popeyes out there, is that right? Is it WT stand for watertight? Makes sense to me. Anyway, watertight aerial trunk. So it does have something to do with the antenna. Now, I was going to say that I have wasted so much time on this, but maybe wasted is not the right word. But I have spent so much time on this. Going through the books, and I even went through the animated CGI in the computer to see if possibly when you passed over the ship you could see this a little bit more clearly than the book had it, but it was about the same. Anyway, we're going to want to paint this little thing right here with the XF number 1. I'll put on the macro lens just for the fun of it. I haven't used the macro lens for about 20 minutes. Now, I'll bet you there's somebody wondering if when I took the cap off of the jar, did I remember to keep it so that it wouldn't run back into the threads? And the answer to that is yes, I did. Now, I only want to get it just on the antenna part. Should I maybe be using my little brush? Just the antenna. Okay, let's quit while the quitting's good here. Okay, we've got to paint the decks now. And I'll be using the 77, same as on the other decks, and except of course where it was decked at. But that's going to have to be tomorrow, and in all likelihood I'll be using the little brush to work my way up to the splinter rail. At least I think that's the way I'm going to do it. Although this sort of works. Anyway, we'll worry about that tomorrow. Thanks for watching, folks. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.